Well. Hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. I would describe this stream as good mood. What? Why? It is a good mood stream. Yes. I'm in a good mood actually. I'm in a really good mood. Megan, I have one question. Do you ever wonder how bathtub vortices work, or drain vortices in general? It feels like fluid mechanics, and fluid mechanics is an incredibly okay. It's curious, but not the kind of curiosity I would be interested in. That's because when it comes to bathtub vortices, it's fluid dynamics, and fluid dynamics are so complex, basically any outcome is shocking or simple, depending on how you look at it. Other piano notes for Make It theme? I can give you some, yeah. Hi, Derali! This is a good vibes and a good mood stream. I've been feeling awful, but now I'm feeling, then, like, 3 or 5 minutes ago, turned completely around. And now it's a good mood, so hold on, music. Yes, music. So you should play. Like this line, there we go. Open with VLC media player, pause and play multiple files. Why must physics be so hard? Physics is not difficult. It's just that fluid dynamics is extremely complex, which I mean makes sense, you know. It's fluid dynamics. Not all physics is difficult. Relativity is beautiful, and I mean beautiful. It's not the easiest, but it's outstanding. Hi, Caleb, welcome. Yes, you are early, and this might even be a longer live stream too because I'm in a good mood, as the title would suggest. I want rancid vibes. Oh, you kidders, you jokers, you. The thing is, by the way, ever since I finished the stream, because it is the next day, my clocks are not working, but it is the next day, technically. But ever since I finished the last stream, I've been rendering non-stop, so yeah. Oh, I mean, I've been feeling awful the entire day, really bad. That's why the last stream was so short, because that's actually how you can tell if I'm feeling good or bad. If I'm feeling good, that means the stream will be longer. If the stream is short, that means Make It's not feeling great. So that's why the last stream was so short. But now it's nighttime, and now I'm having my manic high because I'm good. I asked someone out to drinks and they said yes. I never said it's not beautiful, it's something to understand. I wouldn't say that. No, that's precisely what I mean by beautiful, cheese. It's easy to understand. It's like, I don't know. Okay, do you know that feeling you get when you're watching a movie? Like a movie which revolves around a mystery. Something like Sherlock Holmes, let's say. And then at the end, you see the entire thing come together. That's basically what relativity feels like. Relativity is basically, you get all of these mysteries, all of this nonsense, all of this random information, and then they just pull the curtain and it all makes perfect sense. It's just beautiful. That's what I meant by relativity. Relativity is the most beautiful part of all physics, in general relativity especially. Fluid dynamics, I would say, is on the opposite side, because when it comes to fluid dynamics, there isn't really much of a secret there. It's more statistical, and I mean I get the charm. I do get the charm, but I prefer the other side of the spectrum. Benedict Cumberbatch book, both. Well, Benedict Cumberbatch was more about the broader storyline, so I suppose in this case book mode would be more adequate. But both. I love Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, I can't say penguin like an old person. It's just a penguin, come on. Benedict is not that hard. Think about it this way. This entire simulation can be represented on a single tool. They said yes, cute. It's not a date. Don't act like it. For goodness sake. You're always assuming. Also, I sent a picture. I like him, Doctor Strange. Oh, Doctor Strange is great. I love the character, the movie, and the actor. is great. Notes. Oh yes, Mr. X, on it. It's more about the chords, not really. Well, I guess the notes. Shut up. And there we go. Plugin. Make it. What I need is. Oh, why plugins? No, I meant. Packs instruments, yes. Keyboard, let's do close ground. Whatever. We just care about notes. That was an awful lot of time, okay. So the notes are simple. Actually, you can hear in the background right now. So in case anyone's curious why I am so obsessed with this music, is because, well, every single song you'll hear throughout the stream will have a Make It theme in it, so you know. Hold on, I need to... Okay, it starts with G. I need to, like, play it on my desk. Okay, so it'll be like this. No, E sharp, I mean D sharp, E flat, and then I think it's still G and A, if I remember correctly, then with... Yep, splendid, and then it's going down, like this. And then C has the same thing going for it, like this. Could you possibly send me the chords? Can I show you them on stream? Because I don't really have anything for notation, so... F sharp, and I think like this. Okay, it's not as complex as you'd think. First of all, you can screenshot if you want. Make it. Do you know music theory? Yes, I do. A bit, a tad, scratch. So right here you basically have this, as you can see, is just these 5 notes slowly going down. So starting with these 5 notes, right? They just slowly move to the lowest one, as you can see, and it's always a chord of 3. And then right here you have the lowest note as octaves. You know first and fifths? No. Oh wait, first and fifths, yes. Yes, I do. Because Ramen taught me that. The only thing I know about music is C sharp minor. Reference! Funny! Okay, there we go. You're welcome. I mean, it's not really a Make It theme, it's more the Make It... Well, it is the Make It theme, but Make It theme is not really a song, it's a theme, it's a chord progression. Based on which, then, songs are made. I can't really say I make songs because I don't feel like I should take credit for what AI is doing. Hold on, my taskbar broke. Oh, festive. There we go. Anyway, how's everyone doing today? I feel like I'm taking up all this point because I'm just in a good mood. But how is everyone else doing? How are you all? You all well? You all fine? You all having fun? Well then, make some noise. There we go. Okay, I was expecting something a bit more energetic, honestly. Alright, So right here we have the animations, like this one. I'm wondering about orbital velocity. Oh, that's interesting. Astrophysics, isn't it? So in a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a presented on a single line. So in a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a straight line. So if you look I do feel I want to make a video at some point about astrophysics too. I feel like addition to astrophysics would be fun. So in a single dimension. That's because the ball in a straight line. So if you look at it this way, I really like this graphic. It sure seems like a single dimension. However, where is because it shows you, like, you know, the point is you can do physics on this line as a single dimension, but then you need 3 dimensions to describe its direction. I'm sleepy and low energy today. Well, it's fine. Wait, but good sleepy and low energy or bad sleepy and low energy? As in, are you the depressive kind of sleepy and low energy, or are you the calm and chill kind of sleepy and low energy? Make it need to sneak C# minor in a theme. I can't. It's. I'm sorry. I can't. The make a theme is always. It has to stay this way. I've already used too many songs, and also I really like it. I've been studying all day, low energy, but that's good. That means it's been a productive day for you. Common drill, hell yeah. In a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a straight line. So if you look at it this way, it sure seems like a single dimension. This build-up is great, but the rest of the song is just silly. Yeah. However, where is the single dimension? Or in other words, where is this ball going? At what angle? In what direction? Well, that's what we need our 3 other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then use a vector to represent it in 3 dimensions. And right here I would like to put... Yeah, this is the post-cloning, so I need to jazz the sound up a bit. Just a bit. Just a bit. We don't want to jazz it too much, because then it will be too jazzy. Why are there 2 graphic equalizers? Huh. By the way, Ali, did you see the post I did on the Patreon-only channel? What do you think of my setup? I feel like if someone just... If like, I don't know... I've heard that it apparently happens where if you order a bunch of shady stuff online, you know, government agencies can just raid your house. So I feel like if someone were to raid me, then it will be hard to explain. What's poppin'? Hi, the ninja! Okay, there we go, this one. Let's have X at 10. Actually, no, let's do 100 to really blast it. There we go, I will blast it. Use your sulfuric acid. Funny you mentioned that, the sulfuric acid is actually there in the picture. But it's a bit different from what most people right here would think of. I did something with sulfuric acid. I concentrate and purified. It's great! You'll see in the video soon enough. Cool. Cool indeed. Cool indeed. Alright, save this image as... Oh, that's so many animations! 46! Patreon channel, yeah, it's quite... It paints a picture, doesn't it? For those who aren't patrons, I can't show you the picture because it's Patreon only. I'm sorry, it's the rules, make it up above. They don't let me, actually. I don't even know what the picture looks like, I just have a description because I'm not a patron. But basically, it looks like I'm building a bomb. I'm sorry, it's the rules, I can't bend them. I don't make the rules. The fat cats make it do. It's on my hands, I'm so sorry. I wish there was something I could do, but there isn't. I just can't do anything. Also, oh my goodness, tomorrow we're gonna make a space catboy make it. Oh yeah, yeah, I just remembered. It is gonna be a space catboy tomorrow, isn't it? Okay. I can make it look good. Right? Yeah. If one of you asks me to speak in ooh voice with the space catboy make it, I'm gonna ban you. All of y'all, a group punishment. Oh, we know. I'll ask. Don't test me. What's ooh voice? It's not. No, it's a certain way people sometimes speak when they want to sound cute. The problem is it's a bit cursed, you know. How much money would you do it for? $40. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I can't be, you know, like I can't be bought. $40 and I'll do it. Make us making a bomb. Oh, you bought all that plant fertilizer. Using plant fertilizer to make a bomb is such an amateur move. Be creative, be original. The sigh at the end. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm above that. We all gotta pay our rent, right? If I had, if I'm in a bit of a monetary pickle, so if not for that, I wouldn't do it. But $40 is not a high price, not a low price either. Listen, make it. You like to go and act to yeah, but I feel like Gunline is more honorable, you know. Gun life is just pure. It's we Gunners don't pretend to be anything else. We're open about ourselves. No, we're honest. Okay, frames. These three. Oh, it looks really nice actually.
In what direction? Well, that's what we need our three other. That's what we need our three other vectors to represent. That
Gunning is always honorable and too honest. My back. Is that the chair? Or is that? Oh no, that's a knife you just stuck in it. I mean, there's an easy way to get nitrogen. Yeah, but I mean, okay. I'm pretty certain you don't need nitrogen. Nitrogen is such an... It's boring, isn't it? I know it's the very extremely easy way to get an explosion. The obvious way to get an explosion. But making bombs with nitrogen is kind of like oxidizing with oxygen. Yeah, technically the most reasonable one, but be creative, be fun. Whoops, I got my knife stuck in your back. It's all good, Ali, I forgive you. Nah, I can't see mad at you. Move this. Oh, why isn't... Normally at the end of clips there should be like this thing in the corner right here. This triangle. But Premiere is just built different. And just glitches. There we go. Good life is pure, don't tell me the hours upon hours just doing it to the point your mind is a mush. What do you mean mind is mush? Mine... Oh no, it's not. I just...
angle and what direction? Well,
hold on, I can think of an argument. Give me a second.
We need our three other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension And
It's motivating. There we go. Just needed a second.
then use a vector to represent it in 3 dimensions. And right here I would like to pause because this
Oh, yeah, audio, that's right. Parametric equalizer. Actually, isn't it curious how, like, some things are considered socially acceptable while others are considered socially... And hold on, no, this is actually curious to me. Because if you just try to analyze it purely pragmatically, smoking cigarettes would be a grosser habit than gunning. And I'm gonna make my case, you know, that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Let's have this argument, let's have the debate. It's me against the world, basically. I'm gonna die protecting my fellow gooners, alright? I feel like every now and then I get the feeling that intelligent, sophisticated people who spend their lives probably pursuing science, like they have the doctors and masters and whatnot, they do join in my live streams, but then they hear me talk about things like these and then they just leave right away. It's a lot of regret, but that's what denial is for.
in a single dimension, and
No,
then
first thing I thought Premiere was gonna crash.
use a vector to represent it in 3 dimensions. And right here,
Have you heard of Dyson Sphere? Yes, I have. Cool. I really like. I mean, it's an obvious idea, of course, but I really like just how achievable it is. Because Dyson Sphere is an engineering problem, not a scientific problem. The difference being that for scientific problems you need new science to be invented. So, for example, faster than light travel. In order to travel faster than light, we would need new models to describe physics, which would allow for that. So that's, for example, a scientific problem. But engineering problem is something that does not require new science, it just requires new technology that utilizes the existing science. Which means that Dyson Sphere is something that is possible, it's just a matter of time before we do it, and that's what I really like about the Dyson Sphere. Denial is my favorite stage of grief. I don't use denial as a stage of grief, I'm not in denial. I think I might have liked building one just because of what I just said. It wouldn't happen in my lifetime. Okay, your teacher is wrong. Your teacher is just straight up wrong. Caleb, I'm assuming you are around... Well, I'm assuming you're younger than 18 years old, younger than 20 years old. And the thing is, what most people fail to account for is the fact that not only are our lifespans getting longer, they are getting longer at a faster and faster rate. Which means that, screw it, I'm just gonna bring up the graph. So let's assume that our lifespans are extending quadratically, right? So exponentially quadratic. Just something to demonstrate how they're getting higher and increasingly quicker rate. And let's divide it by something like 100 to actually divide it by 100 and plus, let's say 70. No, wait, plus 50, more accurate. There we go. So this, I feel like, well, a couple of zeros there. So, like a function like this to represent the average lifespan of a human. It is going up and up and it's going quicker and quicker. And at some point, we will reach a critical moment in which the slope of this function will be higher than 1. And what the slope of this function being higher than 1 will basically mean is immortality. As soon as this slope gets higher than 1, we don't have to worry about our age anymore. That's because the average lifespan will basically go quicker than 1 year per year. Will go up quicker than 1 year per year. Which means that if you're 20, for example, and the average lifespan would be 80, once you're 80, the average lifespan would be at least 140. So I really like that. to smoking. I think we've almost see an animal population. I don't think so. I think that's such a... No, I feel like it's an awful model to apply to humanity, actually. I feel like it's a... because it doesn't really account for technology, does it? Animals don't have access to technology. Therefore, their progress isn't really accelerating, nor is it's actually stagnant. So I feel like applying any animal, unless for the, when it comes to medicine, alright? Unless you're talking about medicine, applying any sort of animalistic model to describe human population is just silly. Okay, another example is estimated population growth. Animal growth is not stagnant. I said I mean technological progress for animals is stagnant, not growth. And because the technological progress for animals is stagnant, therefore it's silly to apply models which which account for the same technological progress to something which has an accelerating technological progress, which is the human population. When it goes to population growth, there's an estimate. I think it's this one. There we go. And I really like this graph. It's one of my favorite graphs of all time. Okay, not this. Where's the estimated thing? Was it the United Nations? I think it might have been United Nations. Sorry, music is a bit loud. Gotcha. There we go. Had the feeling it was a bit loud. Where's my favorite graph? Where's my favorite graph? Relation growth graph chart. Yes. What is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. I absolutely love this graph. This is one of my favorite graphs of all time. Actually, not my favorite. No, not one of my favorites. It's one of the best graphs for making me hopeful. And I feel like I really should explain why it's so amazing. What this graph is basically telling us is that whilst our population is going up, right, the number of people we have is going up, the rate at which it's going up is going down. Which is great because this graph is basically telling us that at no point should we ever cross 11 billion people. And actually, I love this graph so much. I've already talked about this in my first long form video on the channel. I really want you all to appreciate just how hopeful this is. One of first animations. There. Population change and population. And then the other part of this graph, which is this. The fact that our production is increasing exponentially. Which makes sense due to technological progress. It, of course, is increasing exponentially. It should increase exponentially. Basic idea being the more resources we have, the more technology we can produce. The more technology we can produce, the better the technology can get. The better technology can get, the more efficient we are extracting resources. The more efficient we are extracting resources, the quicker we accelerate technologically, and so on and so forth, is increasing exponentially. And right here, and so whilst production is going up exponentially, population isn't. As you can see, population at some point is gonna dip because the rate is going down. And so if we take those numbers and if we divide production per population, so in other words, we get the value per person, so how a rich and average person should be, what we get is it going up, it going down, and it skyrocketing up. Which means that if our population won't be increasing forever, and it shouldn't be, it really shouldn't be, our estimates say it should at some point slow down and stop completely and even go down, then basically everyone will get richer and richer forever. We'll all just enjoy higher standards of living. And I think that's great. That's great, that's amazing. Isn't it an amazing piece of news? Looking at something else, the graph seems to be angular velocity growth, which is a maximum that we cannot surpass tapers down. No, Ali, there's a different reason. for this actually. Because we could keep going. The different reason is basically, if I don't remember, it's births. So basically, people who have access to, how should I put this? Basically, people who have access to modern societal goods and such don't have the need to have as many children. So this right here isn't because this right here is slowing down isn't because we're running out of resources. This right here is because we don't have the need to further, grow. Where has it gone down? Well, because of choosing career over children. Precisely what I mean. Yes. Basically, people in modern societies don't have the need to have as many kids. Either they don't have the need because to have that many kids because child mortality is going down, which is a pretty good thing, or because of contraceptives, because of sex ed, because of choosing careers, because of all the things which people enjoy. No more child labor. Yeah. And that's why I think it's great. That's why I think we should. That's the main argument for why I think we should be hopeful about the future. Because it should get better and better. One of the scary. So this is not like with different kinds of animals, because when it comes to animals, they basically exploit their environment, and at some point there is no more environment left to exploit. And because of that, it just stagnates. Because if there's more animals, then it's a zero-sum game. They have to fight over resources. When it comes to humans, it's different. When it comes to humans, the production per person is going up. So for different animals, this graph would be more or less constant. Because if there is all of a sudden more resources, then there will also be more animals surviving, which means, the Earth can only sustain so much. Yeah, but we have rockets, don't we? Like, yeah, the Earth can only sustain so much, but we're not gonna stay on Earth forever. I mean, some of us, yeah, probably will stay on Earth forever. That's certainly a nice place, but, we don't have to exploit Earth. Once again, using resources from our solar system is an engineering problem, not a scientific one. The only reason for why we don't do asteroid mining and such is because it's too expensive right now. But once rockets become cheaper, and they are already becoming cheaper at an astonishing rate, once they become cheaper, then at some point it might genuinely be just as cost efficient to mine asteroid fields as it would be on Earth. I think we'll deplete our resources before we are stable enough to colonize outside planets. We don't have to colonize planets! We don't have to colonize planets to not use, Earth resources. We can do asteroids. Asteroids are so much easier than planets. They're not easy, should mention that, but which is why we tend to type to civilization of Dyson Sphere. But that's precisely what I mean. When I say that we want Earth can only sustain so much, but we have rockets, I don't mean that we'll move on to a different planet, because that's a pretty dumb solution, isn't it? Just, we screwed up Earth, well, might as well move to Mars and screw up Mars. Yeah, it's not a great solution. The much better solution is just exploiting the resources where there is no life, so we're not really, killing off any species or anything. Still, occupancy issue of Earth. What occupancy issue? That's why I love so much about this graph. Because basically every single problem that we have with exploiting the planet and, scarcity of resources, every single problem basically disappears when you look at this graph. And you realize that production is going up exponentially. Even if we move on from Earth, and instead of exploiting Earth, we'll start exploiting resources from the asteroid belt or energy from the sun, so on and so forth. Eventually reach a point where there won't be room for more people. Ali! We would only reach that point if population keeps going up forever. But it won't, according to our current estimates. Have you not seen my bloody video about this? Ouch, heartbroken. You don't remember? Or you haven't seen. I know which one is war. Well, no, you haven't seen as much wars, but... Because what's really funny is that literally next thing I tackle is... Housing!
square.
That's literally the next way I cover. Precisely that point. And the argument is the same. Basically, I'm just taking the amount of land we can have and land per person. You're arguing exponential growth, right? I'm pointing out this is the idea. No, I'm arguing exponential productivity. I think you misunderstand my argument. My argument is, according to our current estimates, at some point, population growth would just stop and possibly will go into the negative. Which means that population will not grow forever. However, our productivity will go on forever. Our productivity is exponential, which means number of resources per person will go up. Not number of people, number of resources per person. So the fact that I mean, I'm gonna logistic growth for humanity and said I was wrong. Wait, logistic? We rely on natural resources like animals. No. I think resources, yeah, whilst we do rely on natural resources like animals, we don't rely on them in the same way. What you have to understand is that for animals... Okay, I'm gonna bring up paint. Alright, so here's the thing. For animals, it looks like this, right? And, okay, you know what? I'm gonna phrase it in the form of a question to make sure first I'm understanding what you're saying. As time goes on, right here we're gonna have time. Yellow will be the amount of resources. So if the amount of resources looks like this, right? So right here we have some trees or some wheat, for example, and then right here there are some couple good years, and then the amount of wheat is going up. Then animal population would basically follow this trend. That's because right here, any excess, if there's more births, then these animals will die because they don't have enough food to survive. And so it will keep around this point, but right here, as there's more food, animals will follow that because all of a sudden they can survive because there's more food. Is this what you're arguing? Is this the growth we're talking about? With more resources per person, everyone's life will be theoretically better. Practically better, not theoretically. That's because every single problem can be solved with resources. Isn't it still a model and estimate based on perfect human behavior? No, that's what, you know, models are for. To account for things which aren't perfect. If we just assumed perfect behavior, we would just do it with an equation. We wouldn't bother with models. Population size will reach a point we cannot grow anymore. As far as resources go, that is exponential progression. Okay, yes, so you're arguing this growth. Okay, good. Yeah, oversimplification is good enough. What I'm saying is that right here, for humanity, we have estimates which say that humanity will look like this. Hold on, let me just... This will be the population of humanity, basically, based on estimates. And the thing is, what drives this curve is that right here, we basically have the same... We do it the same way as animals. Right here, we're doing it the same way as animals, except all of a sudden, because of technology, we have much more resources. And right here is going back down because... right here is going back down because we no longer tie our growth to resources. So, as you mentioned, right, we prefer our careers, we prefer basically sex and careers, stuff like these, and lower child mortality. So, right here, we are dependent on the resources. Right here, the population growth is no longer correlated. Well, it is correlated, but there's no causation. So, this will be our population. However, the productivity will go up at an exponential rate because of technology, which means our resources will look like this. And as you can see, these two, you don't have the same correlation as you have right here, right? These two aren't really mirrored images of each other. Well, not mirrored, but these two aren't the same graph. That's why I'm saying that it's a different growth, because for animals, their growth is based on the resources they have available. But for us, for humans, that was only on the beginning. But now, it's no longer tied together. But humanity still follows logistic growth. Ali, if we followed if we followed logistic growth, wouldn't our population grow at this rate? We stop having as many children, but it's because we just don't wanna. Before, everyone would just die. Precisely! Caleb, are you a fan of Kurzgesagt, perchance? I'm not talking about resources, there are other factors. Yeah, but in this case, my problem is that... Hold on, let me, you know what, instead of just, I can just take growth. So yeah, I'm looking for the reason for the numbers. But aren't people always want to have children? Some. And the method to make children. Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of people that just don't want children. Yes, and the thing is, the most crucial bit, Mr. X, is that the more technologically advanced you are, the more it's about wanting to have children, and the less is it about having to have children. If you think about this when it comes to animals, if all of the animals on Earth all of a sudden became really intelligent and absolute psychopaths, then they wouldn't have children because they like having sex. They would have children for their species to survive. So animals need to have children in order for the species to not go extinct. For us humans, the more technologically advanced we get, it's different because there aren't as many deaths, which means we no longer need to have children, we want to have children. And people who want to have children is a much smaller subset. I'm not until someone besides me will point out something I will not say. What are you gonna point out? Ninja, don't just sit on it. You mean climate change? Because yeah, climate change is an issue. I mean, there are a couple of issues. Hey, if you want to worry, there's more than just climate change. There is a nuclear winter. I still believe it's fucking idiotic that there are more nukes. Okay. There are more nuclear warheads. Okay, I used to say that there are more nuclear warheads on the planet than I have subscribers, but that changed. There are half as many nuclear warheads on Earth that we have accounted for as I have subscribers. That's a big number, isn't it? I'm gonna go bye. Bye, C#, have a good one. I've already mentioned climate change. Then I don't know what the new one is. Thanks for keeping our population up. What do you mean, thanks for keeping our population up? Thanks for being the sole reason any of us are still here. C# minor just... Some people love it. How many C# minor lovers do we have here?
Represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then use a vector to represent it in 3 dimensions.
Hold on, my taskbar broke again. Come on. It only works on the other screen. Ah, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. And I'm gonna make you hopeful whether you like it or not. In the year 2050, we'll have 10 billion children. No, I don't. I'm pretty certain not. We just seen the graph, so it should be much lower than 10 billion. Because if children would account for like 1/4, let's say, of the population, which is optimistic, but let's just say 1/4 of the population, then that still should be in the year 2050 around 2 billion, 2 to 3 billion people. I don't think we'll have 10 billion in 2050. Okay, this one is also rendered, sweet. Might as well jump to the front. Ba-da-bum. No, wrong one. This is the right one.
Arrow, and to the computational way to think about vectors, which is this. Just numbers. Now, what these numbers represent? Irrelevant. It doesn't matter. All you do is just operate on them. So when a computer receives 10 numbers like these, and it has to subtract 10 from each of them.
Okay. For me, adults count as children. Sorry, I didn't mean 10 billion humans. For me, adults count as children. That's a quote. Z negative all is what I meant. What did I say? Subtract 10? I think I said subtract 10, correct?
And it has to subtract 10.
Yep. Which means we can go with, okay, 10 numbers, so let's do 79. Then 132, 54, 36, 26. Let's switch them up for the funnies. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 numbers. Let's do 81. 30 is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be 10, unless I miscounted. How many humans do you think there are gonna be in the year 2050? At least 5, at least 1. Solid guesses, everyone. I have heard that somewhere. No, the dream was 100. No, it's a real thing. I don't remember what it's called, but it's... They had some sort of reason for it. I don't remember the reason exactly. But I do remember the thing. Was it to fight underpopulation? No, it couldn't be it. There was something. Ninja, do you care to share the thing you say? You said you'd like to mention, but you won't mention because you're waiting for someone else to mention it, but you won't say it yourself. because apparently you're scared to say it yourself, and it's something naughty, I assume. I think it was basically eugenics. Yeah, it's always eugenics. Rich people and always end up having lots of kids. Why does it always have to be eugenics? Right here we have a spot for the entire chapter about matrices and matrix transforms, which I'm yet to recall actually because I'm rewriting a script.
That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension. And right here I would like to pause because this is the crucial moment of the video. What I'm basically saying is that in order to do physics in 3 dimensions, we do the video. What I'm basically saying is that in order to do physics in 3 dimensions, we do it in the exact same way as in a single dimension, except 3 times. So in other words, this is equal to this. Or we could simplify it like this.
And then some money, because might as well. 3D Fizz 0 X actually. They want a pure population of rich, smart people. I'm assuming. No, I don't recommend that. I mean, it's basically 11 to the power of a generation, isn't it? So generation 0 is just 1 person, and generation 1 is 11 children. Generation 2 is 11 squared. Generation 3 is 11 cubed, and so on and so forth. It's gonna get really large really quickly. But how quickly? You know, let's see. It has a bit of a slope because it's 11, not 10. 10 would be a straight line. So by generation 4, it would be 10 to the whatever power. Hold on, you know what? Let me just. Second generation is. No, it's still 11. Screw it, might as well. Second generation would be 121, third would be 1000, and then just keep. Oh, isn't Pascal triangle? I don't know. Yeah, by generation 5 it would be already 100,000 people. I'll say the amount of resources accumulating would need to be extracted and distributed to have this better quality of living. To whom and how the resources allocated comes on the stage. Yeah, it does, but if history is any indicator, we're fine. If history is any indicator, then it's actually really tough for rich to get richer without the poor also getting richer. Yes, the rich are getting richer at a quicker rate, that's true. But it doesn't stop the poorer people from also getting richer, which is nice in this case. Which means that this is something everyone... This is a slice of pie everyone will bite. Obviously the richest will get a much larger cut, because the world is unfair, but you know. Why would that matter in this case? I've been looking for... Right now I'm playing with the soldering thing, which I've been looking for such a long time, and of course I didn't even realize I was playing with. Okay, so now... Leave page, yes. We need this one. So let's do physics X. And physics X will have math, text. Actually no, it will be just physics X, Y, Z. Why were you waiting for someone else to say it, Ninja? Nah. Nah. This was my beloved. Indeed. Actually, their wealth would shrink even more. Hold on, I'm actually stumped on this because if you're a billionaire, not the illustrator, you calculate. Let's say you have that's a billion divided by 160,000. That's 6,000. It is shrinking, but hold on. Wait, so basically you remove a zero each time. 11 kids would have 100 million to each one. 100 kids would have 10 million. 1,000 kids would have a million. Makes sense. It's a billion divided by 1,000. Wow, make it. You're so good at maths. Because assuming our organization continues, we'll obviously try to get the most of it, meaning that the rest of the population gets a piece, wealth inequality would increase. Yeah, okay, but Ninja, I would really like you to think about just how big of a problem inequality in this scenario would be, because it wouldn't really be a big problem, would it? What we're saying is that productivity would increase exponentially, okay? Exponentially. Do you realize, like, even if you get the smallest piece of the cake, do you realize how much you would still get? Pretty shorts on philosophy. I don't like watching shorts. It hurts my soul. Speaking of, I should make a short. Okay, force is equal to mass fraction make it the nth k. Why did you throw in the R in there then? Okay, it should be s squared divided by t. Right? No, t squared. I'm gonna focus on study bio. Well, good luck then, Ali. Good luck and have fun. X, actually. Just do S. X, Y, Z, 0. Self-add thing. Mega, do you have inflation where you live? No, I live on the moon. Every place has inflation. It's not the flaw, it's I mean, okay, it's not bug, it's a feature. Inflation is there by design. Like, if we really wanted, we could just remove it. was to stop the current organization assumed to continue from falling apart since all the classes would try to get added for their own class interest. What? What do you mean current organization? What's the current organization? Projects. Actually, you know what? Explorer, media, images. Yes. No videos. Much quicker. Happy, I agree with you. Yeah. I think you got the spot on. Wait, what? What are you doing? Open files. GUI editors. Okay, no, not what I mean. Yeah, open the file, open the image I'm looking for. Oh crap, not what I'm looking for. How did we let Elon Musk get $250 billion? Because he's a good businessman. I don't like the fact that people deny the fact that he's a good businessman. He may be a pretty bad scientist, but he's a good businessman. A really good businessman. Open photos from terminal. Really? Can I not find it? Yes! This is what I'm looking for. Oh my goodness, why is it so difficult? Yes, this... Come on, why is it so difficult to... How social classes are made and maintained is what I'm referring to. Stop from falling apart. How are social classes are made and maintained? Made and maintained by whom exactly? I feel like... could answer your question actually, if you think about this. Who makes and maintains the classes? You literally give $20 to every human on Earth. That is true. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. Isn't there a song about that? Hold on. Or was it Jeff Bezos? I think it was just Bezos. Jeff Bezos. I do believe it was just Bezos. If I had... Yeah. The college humor made a song about, like, the amount of money Jeff Bezos has, but, and Elon Musk was richer, that's true. So, for example, ending homelessness in United States is $128 billion. Which means that Elon Musk have ended all of homelessness. All of it. In United States and still have, obviously, only technically. Ten ways. Oh my goodness, I don't care about 10 ways. I care about one way, do not consent. And why do you suck? Oh, CSS. Cool. Yeah, I don't need a CSS. Why would I need a CSS? Is that rich? Honest money is no stock and companies grew, so obviously so did his stocks. Yeah, Caleb, that's what being rich is. I don't know what to tell you. If he sells his company, no, he doesn't have to sell his company. He has to sell some of the stocks. Has to sell a portion of the company. Or companies. How many does he own? How many does he just own? Well, I hate Windows so much. You just can't find a single thing. Cool. So the photos don't work. Well, let me try to fix it. Isn't it great how an app can just break on Windows? Just like that. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. Listen, having your fortune in stocks is just a rich people move because of taxes and such. You see, it's easy to justify taxation of money you have, and that's because money that you just have is not really contributing to society. If you just have money, if you have money and if you don't spend it, that's worthless money from the perspective of society. It's much harder to justify taxation on ownership, and that's why having taxes on stocks is such a difficult thing to do. It's really hard to design a system in which you can tax stocks because, it's kind of like having a tax for owning a car or for owning, other stuff like these. Except in this case, it's even more annoying because it's an ownership of a company, and usually people have a lot of those. And there's a possibility that, because most of your worth could be in stocks, then you could, for example, the taxes, you would have to pay more in taxes than you have money, for example. That could be a normal thing. Who makes and maintains the classes? The people that are in society. It's in society. Would be willing or not willing. Precisely what I mean, Ninja. The people who make up the classes, make and maintain them, are the people in the classes. Which means that what's stopping them from falling apart is those people who are in those classes. If they fall apart, however, it's not the end of the world. People are just gonna make new ones. If that's, that's society is. There is no like a shadowy group controlling society. Society will just do whatever the people do. So, if like a social construct falls apart, then so what? It's a social construct. Society will just make new ones. You can't take them out of your own company because then it will be bad for your company if you take all your stocks. That's precisely what I meant by technically. That's what I meant when I said technically, because you can't resell all of your stocks for the price that they are worth, because the price will go down as you are selling them. You should make a video on tax evasion. I really don't want it. Tax evasion sucks. Both from it's not it's interesting for some people, but it's boring, it's extremely technical, and it's just awful. Like taxing gambling, but like in the middle of the game. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a pretty good analogy, Happy. Like, if you're taxing someone for gambling, then in the middle of the game, then you have a problem because you're imposing taxes on them which they might not have the money to pay. Dang, Andy, you take a lap right now. Isn't tax evasion legal? There are like two. I don't remember the other term, but you can't evade taxes. Like legally, you can't do it, but there are ways to minimize them. Make it no sense to do tax evasion? Okay. I know how to minimize taxes. Because that's just that's pretty normal actually. Most adults do. That's like adults will really often do really dumb things just to get a tax write-off. That's just standard adult thing. So yeah, I minimize my taxes, of course. I want to pay them. No one wants to pay the taxes. It's money. I like money. Everyone knows I love money. But I don't do tax evasion because of the whole jail thing and such. Or maybe I do, I just don't want to admit it publicly. I'm just stating the possibilities here. Okay. So we can't view the pictures because Windows is a huge pain. X. Oh wait, we have to set the color. Thing is 0. Zero, 1. Nothing is a bad thing, given the amount of resources and productivity rises when you're working out dynamic. Just find the owner and working class dynamics start becoming more and more difficult. That's what I'm getting at. But why would you need to justify that? That's what I don't understand. Why would you need to justify that mechanic? Or why would you need to justify keeping it? Just remove it. Oh, the photos work, by the way. Oh my goodness, I didn't even realize that. Wow, that was cool. That's cool. I might as well color it in now. Yellow. A. 3. At 0, we're gonna have. What was force equal to? Force was this. Alright. That'll be force. At 4 will have mass. No, at 2 will have mass. Why did you donate $40,000 to Slice of Pie non-profit? Yeah, it's wild. You know, the money I gave to non-profits. Oh, I'm crazy. How do you see the Slice of Pie? You just go on website. It's right there. Slice of Pie. The website's a bit broken. I should fix it at some point. I will in the future, maybe. With the names. Can't read. Well, I mean, define with the names. Depending on what you mean, maybe there's a way. I'm so vain that if you just type in make, you get the make it website. Actually, I'm pretty certain if you just type in M, you get the make it website. Let's see. No, Mozilla. Ha, make it, hell yeah. Well, you see, you have the slice of pie. I haven't been here in a while, actually. Because I have this mentality that I'm gonna fix the site, and I'm kind of putting it off constantly because I'm a bit of a financial pickle. Well, you have the custom pie, and right here you can just select the date, for example, and then you can. Oh my goodness! It updates automatically. I didn't do that. That's not something I've done. There are no names. Well, the names are right here. I didn't do this actually. Cool. Good. Good. Now you can select the range. The range is still broken a bit. Right here, it's a bit broken. That's cool. How many people's dreams do you think have been featured in? There's gotta be 2+ people. Oh, I hope as many as possible. Okay, I've been featured in Tefta's dreams. I already know that. I already know that Tefta had multiple dreams in which I accidentally revealed my face. So at least one. We know that I've been in at least one people's dreams. I think charity is the tax credit method, because then in charity you reduce your taxes. What do you mean, Happy? No, it's definitely like a front to. It's definitely not a money laundering scheme. That would be weird. Anyhow, that's so funny. It really is. But I dig it. I'm just honestly kind of upset that I don't have a Wikipedia page. That's it. I just want a Wikipedia page. I'm not asking for much, am I? Time is green, correct? Hell yeah, it is. Like it should be. 6. I just want a Wikipedia page. Why? I'm upset. Hell yeah, okay, this is what we're looking for, because then we can just copy this right here, rename it to 1. Delete this, X, and then 0, 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Except this one will be pure red. Make it happen. I can't set up my own Wikipedia page. Even I'm not like that narcissistic. That's just, honestly, setting up your own Wikipedia page is just sad. So I can't do it. Justify would maintain keep the owning class alive. The longer it's still in the air, the more time the owning class has to reinforce its existence. Okay, so Ninja, let me get this straight. You assume that the owning classes, first of all, wanna keep the ownership. I would say fairly reasonable assumption. Second of all, they would try to find a way to maintain their ownership. Third of all, they would try to alter this entire societal structure in order to maintain their ownership. Fourth of all, they wouldn't be satisfied with just being rich and happy. They would still try to keep their ownership. Fifth of all, would feel like there is a need for them to exclude a certain group of people from the ownership in order for their ownership to be meaningful. Because what you have to realize is that you could have a society with just owners, right? The entire society could just be the owning class. You don't need the working class in this future. So, also your other assumption is that the owning class wants the working class to exist. Am I getting this right so far? Oh, and the pictures broke. Sweet. Well, it was nice while it worked. Sorry, Outlook for Windows. What the heck? Hold on. Nothing Task Manager can't fix. Hell yeah. Y, correct. And then we'll have Z with pure blue. May was hated me. I got featured in the dreams. Anthem, it's pretty funny. That's so creepy. A computer has to have a picture of faces. We need face reveal. No, Caleb. Oh yeah, really? Oh Caleb. Oh. Oh, it has a. Oh, it needs a picture of a face. Does it really, Caleb? Excuses, excuses, excuses. For goodness sake. Wait, Marshmallow has a... Marshmallow's name is public? How did Marshmallow do it? Hold on, you mean to tell me Marshmallow never shown his face? But his name is public. We need your birth name. I might give you my birth name at some point. I'm not... okay, it's not gonna give you much. Caleb, really, it's not gonna give you much. I don't know what people expect when they ask me for my... okay, I get why people want to... I think he did face reveal at some point. I don't think he did, actually. There's... Okay, if he did the face reveal, it would be here, trust me. It's Wikipedia. The thing is make it Taylor Swift. Oh, damn it, I've been made! But the thing is, I get why people ask about my age all the time. It's because it's the most interesting piece of information you can get about me. Like, getting my face or my name would be meaningless. It would be basically either a worthless JPEG or a worthless 2 words, or 3, or 4. I think kind of 4. Or 1. Nah, it's not 1. I can give you that much. Education? You mean getting my education? Or do you mean... those are the only class would want to working class because given the chance they will automate or try to make the production process cheaper for them to gain more capital. You kind of countering yourself, Ninja. You're saying that, okay, to quote you, given the amount of resources and productivity rising, justifying the owner and working class dynamic starts becoming more and more difficult is what I'm getting at. Trying to justify it, it would maintain as a way to keep the owning class alive. So what you're saying, Ninja, is that the owning class wants to maintain the owning and working class dynamic because it would keep the owning class alive, but at the same time, the owning class, you're not assuming that the owning class would want the working class. So you're assuming that the owning class would want to maintain the dynamic in which working class exists, but wouldn't want the working class to exist. In other words, you contradict yourself. Make it as his name or age, I would totally unsubscribe. Yeah, I get it, Happy. Honestly, yeah. If I ever say my name or... Okay, no. Name maybe. My name may as well leak. You can't really do much business without giving people your name. But... If I ever make my... If I ever just stop being Make It and start being a person, I would unsubscribe myself. I would also unsubscribe with my 90,000 orders account. I wouldn't. Caleb, you're a coward. Stand for your values! Unless your values are for me to show my, in which that's just cringe values. You're getting roasted no matter what. Purple. I'm sorry, Caleb, but I just can't show my face because that would be so boring. That would be so unbelievably boring. There are so many YouTubers out there. People don't appreciate just how many influencers there truly are. At this point, it's millions, if not tens of millions. I don't want to be like all of them. That's cringe. What's the point in that? Oversaturated market. I have to give you something new. Something exciting. That's why I'm here. Alright, and now this one will require a force equal to... It will have absolutely none of them. And then... this one. Windows, I swear. Like a character making, we don't like a story, that is broken. I mean, okay, first of all, another thing I don't really appreciate people doing, someone recently called Make It my OC, which I honestly am insulted, if I'm being completely honest. I am Make It. Make It is not my OC. I am Make It. I really, like, imagine if someone, I don't know, you are Make It, but I really am. I don't have a life outside of being Make It. Calling Make It my original character is kind of like saying I don't have a life. I mean, okay, yeah, just say that I don't have a life. Don't call Make It an OC, an original character. Just tell me I don't have a life. Once a name is given, the character has a title and it's destroyed. No, I won't use that my real name anyway. And I prefer Make It. Make It defines me better. When people hear Martin, it's not quite the same. When people hear Make It, they think of me. You are Make It, precisely. Hi, this is Sharpminder. Welcome back. Make It is lifeless. No. Make It won't allow that because of C#Miner. Cool. No one's gonna comment on that I like. Really? Unless no one got the bit. No one is gonna comment on the fact that I like leak my name apparently. I just said, you know, no one cares about Marcin, which is a name. No one got the bit? Fine, whatever. Why am I even trying so hard? Martin. No, this is a name. It's a name. It's name. It's a real name. That's not a name. It's a real name. It's a real Polish name. And now I'll leave you all to wonder if this is completely fake information, or if I'm doing a double switcheroo, or if I'm doing a triple switcheroo by making you think I'm doing a double switcheroo, or if I'm making a quadruple switcheroo by making you think that I'm doing a triple switcheroo by making you think I'm doing a double switcheroo. Have fun! Anyway, I'm gonna go back and making a video. There we go. That's all the things we need. I think it's a double. Yeah, fair point. Good for you then, if you think it's a double. I got some sulfuric acid in my hands. Give me a second. Ah. No one likes a boring office worker. We need to make it the mad scientist or scholar. I'm not an office worker. I've gone to such great lengths to avoid being an office worker all my life. Someone just needs to bring the name up in a couple of weeks from now. And... Oh. So far, out there are at least 3 different fake names that are linked to me in one way or another. At least 3. I won't give you the exact number because that would be too easy. Which is really funny because that means from now on, if someone finds my name, statistically, it's unlikely that they find my real name. But what if I'm actually trolling you? What if, out there, I have no fake names? And what if someone actually finds my real name and they'll just think it's a fake and because of that they won't share it? It's fun, isn't it? I really like this game.
And right here I would like to pause because this is the crucial moment of the video. What I'm basically saying, in order to do physics in 3 dimensions...
And what's even better is that the only way to verify if the name you found is my real name is to ask me. But I'll just trick you further and further on. Which means if you found my real name, I could tell you it's a real name, but then you wouldn't believe me. Or if you found my fake name, I could tell you the truth that it's my fake name, you also wouldn't believe me. Does anyone in real life know your identity online? Yes. Yeah. It's not many people, but yes. There are some that know it and just don't care. There are some that know it and I trust them. For me, make his name title given to a person. Precisely what I mean, Happy, actually. That's actually precisely what I mean. My, in quotes, real name is not really a real name. More people, way more people know me as Make It. And I don't even mean unsubscribe to my channel, no, I mean know me as Make It, then they know me as my real name. My, in quotes, real name isn't really a real name, it's a legal name. A legal name which is meaningless outside of the legal world. As a real liver, I know Make It's online identity. He's got a point! Till he's right. Curious guess. Where'd you get that guess? And to answer your question, by the way, Caleb, first person that came up when I searched up Martin. This curious method of doing that, assuming that I would just be the first I wish. I'm not even the first person you get when you look up Make It. And you assume... I'm not even the first person you look up Make It. And you assume that if you look up my first name, I'm gonna be the first person that comes up. Incredible. I wish.
Physics in 3
well, I
dimensions.
don't wish. I wish Make It would be the first one that comes up.
Physics in 3 dimensions, we do it in the exact same way as in a single dimension.
Okay, right here what we need is a crop. And we need to crop it from the left, like this. From the right, like this. And then opacity. Have this in the middle. I wish I was rich enough to do the Batman thing, where, you know, I could just have 2 lives, but that requires a lot of money. I've tried it before. It's really expensive. Lighten. There we go. Hell yeah. This is really giving Fight Club or Matrix vibes. You don't really exist. What is you isn't real. If you take a name of a person, what is there but nothingness, true emptiness, a name is powerful. I wouldn't say that much. I take about my real name, my legal name. My legal name is meaningless. I only use it to do legal things. Only. I don't have that person with my legal name doesn't have a life, they don't have a career, they don't have anything. Only Make It does. So I can say that you can take out the name and still be a person. Make It lives in Texas. No, I don't. Why would you get? Where'd you get out? I live in Germany. Or Poland. Whichever one you want to believe. Ooh, and right here we need to copy this. And this actually we need to go more from the right. And this one needs to go more from the left. And then there, that should fit. This is making his last words before being banned from YouTube. He didn't stop living metaphorically because he didn't have a life anymore. I don't have a private life. Oh wait, no, I do have a private life. I don't have a... I do have a life, I just only have a life as Make It. Bro only uses his illegal name to illegal things. I mean, you know, if legal name is a thing, then that would suggest that Make It is an illegal name, and I kinda dig that idea. My illegal name. Marching by day, Make It by night.
In order to do physics in 3 dimensions, we do it in the exact same way as in a single dimension, except 3 times.
Alright, this is gonna be a blast to animate. So first of all, let's...
Same way as in a single dimension, as in a single dimension.
This one I wanna crop to right. There. Thank you, Jesus Christ is God, for this outstanding comment. Repent of your sins, believe in Jesus Christ for salvation, and become a new person in life. Jesus, huge fun. Okay, cool. Well, anyhow, I'm just gonna keep working on this. Bum, ba-da-da. There we go.
As in a single dimension, except for... Except
And right here, you're gonna
3 times.
move right here. And then we need all 3 of them. Like this. Lighten and lighten. Listen, y'all have your fun. I'm not gonna touch this topic. I'm not gonna talk about religion.
Except 3 times.
Wait, why didn't you move enough? That's why, that makes sense. Whoops. Can I have a picture of a window so I can dox you? No! Ew, mean! I mean, there are already people who can dox me. It's just a pretty dick move, don't you think? If someone doxes me, I won't really be like scared or anything. I'll just be more upset and knowing that because it's mean. 347. Okay, because I have to do manually. 347, that's 240. Then we have 200 minus 793. There we go. And then these two has a cherry on top. This one has a picture of a single blade of grass. I don't have grass. I don't touch grass. What is grass? I I don't smoke weed. I'm actually curious, when it comes to geoguessr people, how accurate are they? Like when it comes to knowing, based on a blade of grass, what's the radius you can get?
Except 3 times. So in other words, this is equal to this. Or we could simplify it like this.
Fudge.
Physics in 3 dimensions is just physics in 1 dimension 3 times.
Make it as smoke the devil's blood is confirmed, yeah. It's illegal and such. It is in some countries.
So in other words, this is equal to this. Or we could simplify it like this. Physics in 3 dimensions is just physics in 1 dimension except 3 times. Physics in 3 dimensions is just physics in 1 dimension 3 times. But that's not over. You see, there is no actual reason for us to stop at 3 dimensions. So what would physics in 4 dimensions look like? Well, that's a bit hard to visualize since I'm using Blender for my 3D animations and Matic for 2D animations. I don't really have anything for 4D animations, but we don't need to visualize it to see what physics in 4 dimensions would look like. Here we have physics in 1 dimension, physics in 2 dimensions. Here we have physics in 1.
I wonder, do drugs actually taste good or are they just addictive? They are just addictive. Depends on the drug, it tastes like chemicals. It's Flame's law that most things in this world are bitter. I want the drugs because I know I can see addictive things. I'm obsessed, so I know that would be completely wasted if I even try a little. I had the same thing with alcohol actually, and drugs I guess. Except I think I should change my mind when it comes to alcohol. I feel like I should drink more. Because I've been going cold turkey for a really long time. And I just don't know if there's a point to it. I just realized I'm not rendering anything, that's a waste of time.
Take our example, and the third one, and so on. You can certainly see why this would be useful. But now let's jump to the perfect. Which is this. Just numbers. Now, what do these numbers represent? Just numbers. Now, what do these numbers represent? Irrelevant. It doesn't matter. All you do is just operate on them. So when a computer receives 10 numbers like these, and it has to subtract...
AI really just went crazy with this one. -10. Kind of annoying, I still feel on that side. Alright, 402. Let's go 560. There we go. Happy, stop trolling. Oh yeah, that's right, we're doing Premiere stuff.
Physics in 4 dimensions would look like. Here we have physics in 1 dimension, physics in 2.
Okay, so right here we like this cut, this cut. Ah, it's so big. If I had a nickel for every single time I had that before, am I right? Haha, funny. Okay. Yeah, okay, the two up ones can stay. Just delete these keyframes, they don't need it anymore. We got physics in 1 dimension.
Physics in 2 dimensions, physics in 3 dimensions, physics in 2 dimensions, physics in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, physics in 2 dimensions will be the same thing except...
Physics in 3 dimensions. Physics in 4 physics in 3 dimensions.
I think I went a bit crazy in this case, so... I need to dial back a bit. You come here. 66 and 66 and 540.
Physics in 3 dimensions, physics in 4 dimensions. 3 dimensions, physics in 4 dimensions. We just add more numbers. Physics in 7 dimensions, physics in 82 dimensions. All of these are just more numbers. Physics.
And physics 4 requires this. Let's move you higher up and like this.
In 4 dimensions.
Now let's move them all. So you, for example, go to 800 or 400 plus 150. Oh, I can't even do a plus in this case. Oh, that's cool. 140 plus 150, that's 690. That's 690. There we go. Oh yeah, new lighten. Not simple enough. 740. Oh no, wait, because I'm dividing it wrong. I am dividing it wrong. Damn it! Okay, so 50. And then what we need is Bum. Para. 540, 940, which means midpoint between them is 400 divided by 2. 200, but we're not looking for midpoint between them. We're looking for midpoint between the lowest and the highest. The highest, so 940, that's so much, so this will be 140. This would be 140, then I'm looking for the middle. Okay, for 800 divided by 3, I think. 800 divided by 3. I'm really annoying for myself. 800 divided by 3. 166 plus 140, that's 406. So this one should be 406. Nope, this one be 406. Nope, this one should be 406. Yeah, okay, good. And this one should be 406. Then this one should be 266 plus 406. 673. There we go.
In 4 dimensions, we just add more numbers. Physics in...
Yeah, I do get a bit carried away.
We just add more numbers.
I do get a bit carried away, so...
These are just more numbers. And yeah, obviously there are some cases in which more dimensions really does complicate things, especially with graphics, but every now and then there are also some mathematical problems. But the point of this video is, the point of this video is, if you hear someone brag about how many dimensions they're using or whatever, like, you know, some sort of douchebag saying, oh, I did physics in 7 dimensions, then that by itself, the dimensions, then that by itself.
Where did everyone go? I've been a bit quiet thinking about to solve the problem, so that's probably...
Except with 7 numbers.
That's probably why everyone left.
Why is this video so long? That was actually my entire point. Oh right, I'm gonna teach you how matrices work.
Yeah, there we go. Ten minutes of the video practically done.
especially with graphics, but every now and then there are also some mathematical problems. But point of this video is, if you hear someone brag about how many dimensions they're using or whatever, like, you know, some sort of douchebag saying, oh, I did physics in 7 dimensions, then that by itself is not like about how many dimensions they're using or whatever, like, you know, some sort of douchebag saying, oh, I did physics in 7 dimensions, then that by itself is not that incredible.
I feel like we should make a clown make it. I feel like it would be funny. There was a meteor where the last one's alive? You mean meteorite will haunt the earth? We are the only 2 humans left. Oh, anyone? Tom Cardy? No? Okay. By the way, they're going for a walk. I am also in the mood to go for a walk, actually, Happy, no? You've put me in the mood to go for a walk. Should I end the stream at 2 hours? 2 hours is pretty decent. Yeah, tomorrow we'll probably do... Oh no, tomorrow we'll have a making stream, won't we? Well, then in 2 days we'll probably just do the 5 more minutes live stream. I'm gonna go now. I want to go for a walk, and also have a chemical reaction to do. Anyhow, I feel like for now it's perfect time I have to leave it around. Bye everyone. Yeah, I know. What perfect time I have. So, that was well live stream. Anyhow. For now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.